Hi Aries, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. This is for the week of June 10th through June 16th, 2019. I'm going to start by pulling a card for your overall energy for the week, Aries. So let's see. Oh, okay, what is coming out for you guys? And I think we got a few here. Yeah, we got 3. Okay, so conversion. Aries, with this right here, there's something in your week where you've done all you can do. You've gathered all your evidence, all resources. If this is spiritual, like you've been on a journey, and this week it's like your basket is full of things you've been collecting, and it's time to incorporate all of that into yourself or into your project. All right, so Aries, with this, there is a message that you have all you need. You know, just do a little bit of exploring within yourself. You may have some untapped resources, but Spirit's like everything you need is like within you, or the resources of material are actually available and around you, all right? So keep that in perspective this week. Next out, we have engagement, the zebra jasper. So this is about a commitment, like obligating yourself to something, and it doesn't have to be like a relationship. This right here is speaking of something quite important, like with this and the zebra jasper, some of you may have like a presentation this week. You're doing some sort of final exam. It might be like a job interview. And Aries, even if you feel like you're a bit over your head, the pairing of these two cards tells me like you got it. You will nail it. You know, fake it till you make it kind of energy, if that's how you need to roll. It's like, don't doubt yourself. You can pull it off, whatever this is for you personally, okay? Also, you may be invited to something or asked to obligate yourself to some event, some cause, but it's like a bigger deal. It's significant, and from the way this is paired, it would be worth your while to take up that offer. Oh, wow. And now, so you got zebra jasper and you got yellow jasper. Learning. Oh, beautiful. Yes. So Aries, your basket is full, and it's time to incorporate all that you know into your consciousness. Tap into every potential resource, all right? Because there's a shift taking place this week, some area of your life, for new to come in, all right? It's like you've completed the class, you've graduated, it's time to move on. It's the next step, the next level up. And that next step, that next level is new energy, unknown to you, Aries. So this is kind of feeling like the Fool energy for me. So let's pull some tarot, guys. And I need 6, so I need to grab one more. Okay, so we have the 4 of Swords. We have the Magician, yay! We have the 2 of Swords. The King of Wands. There's your energy all day long, Aries. Oh, nice. Oh, this is really good. Here's Justice. And lastly, you have Death. So, Aries, you have 3 major arcana for your dice out of 6. So, again, that's indicating some sort of shift and change in your life. And with Death being one of these major arcanas, Aries, that this is like where there's some part of you that's elevating, and you know, old energies dissipating, and like you're going into a whole new phase, a whole new step. But coming out as the King of Wands, Aries, that's the energy of like you're gonna nail it, you're gonna handle it like a boss. Whatever comes at you this week, it's like you've got it. Also, with the Four of Swords, this is about, you know, healing, recuperating, recovery. But what I get is like that's already happened for you, and now you're back on your game, coming out as the King of Wands here. With Justice and the Magician pairing up, that's really favorable energy for you. That's like you have an element of magic towards like about you this week. So again, if you have like a job interview, you have a presentation, anything like that, some sort of audition, you're gonna stand out. There's gonna be magical energy about you, okay? But Aries, with Death and the Two of Swords here, there is something that I feel that you don't want to let go of, or you don't want to accept about this new movement forward. And, you know, this right here, the conversion, listen, where Spirit's trying to take you, what's coming in is good stuff. It's definitely something you've earned. It's a level up somehow, some way. And don't be afraid of the unknown, of taking on, you know, more than you can chew, because I feel that like you don't feel like you could do it, or I don't know enough, or I want more experience first. And Spirit's like, no, it's time to jump right in. All you've been through up to this point has taught you and given you everything you need for whatever this is for you. And now it's time for you to just jump in and see where the tide is going to take you, Aries. So let's pull some more cards here. All right, so we have spiritual guidance. We have hard times. We have lucky streak. And we have eat better. Aries, yes, you see this lucky streak right here? That is Justice with the Magician all day. Like, positive energy return from you. And hard times, this shift, this change, this elevation in your life is alleviating this, whatever the hard times energy is for you. Spiritual guidance, that tells me a lot of you have been praying, asking your spirit guides to lead you, to give you confirmation, to give you signs, to give you synchronicities. And I feel that that's why I'm getting that message, that everything you need is within you, and there are untapped resources external to you that you may be overlooking, okay? And that all of that is like available, and it alleviates this. And I think like once you have rested your mind, you've stopped worrying, you've stopped trying to figure things out, you've stopped thinking that you can't or you're not good enough, like whatever it is, it really like settles and balances your energy. And that's how you go into your King of Wands mode, okay? And from there, that's where this lucky streak comes in with Justice and the Magician, all right? And then with Eat Better, Aries, that is a card where you're not nourishing some part of yourself enough, whether that's what you're eating, getting enough sleep, your emotions, your mind, your soul. You need to make sure that you are feeding every aspect of your beingness, okay? And I see that here with that Four of Swords. It's like if you just kind of stop and ground your energy and nourish yourself on every level, whatever that means to you, like meditation, is going to bed early for a week, eating better. With Eat Better, I'm telling you, so so many of us do not get enough vitamins and nutrition in our diet. We don't. And it really does cloud the mind, drain the body of energy, and it just, you don't feel good. It's not like you have any one particular physical symptom. Some of you could, but it's like you just don't feel good, and you could feel emotionally sensitive and like easily triggered. And at the end of the day, it's not because there's anything wrong with you or that like you are having a bad streak, it's like you need to nourish some part of you much better than you have been, and that will balance your energy out, okay? And that puts you back on top of your game. And whatever, where we've been lacking the nourishment to self, that has a lot to do with this hard times and the inability to see those untapped resources externally, as well as realizing you have everything you need within. And Aries, I'll tell you, you know, when I do my readings and stuff, I change it up a lot, if you notice. That's just to keep the energy fresh, but I don't really like sit around and contemplate, okay, Spirit, what reading is next? How should I make my setup? I just put my intention out to Spirit about the readings, you know, for YouTube, and then just in a moment doing something else, it'll be a flash and I'll be like, okay, it's time to do the readings, or I'll see how I want the setup to look. I'll know which decks to use. Like the Soul Mana readings I did in May, Spirit just was like, hey, let's do this, and I did it, and they were incredibly helpful. So that's what I mean, Aries. If we get too caught up in our head, we're trying to control things, we spin our wheels and we buy ourselves trouble that we don't need. But if you just kind of pull back and ground your energy, get out of your head, nourish yourself where that is lacking, again, it's like you're fully recharged and you're back on point. And if you have a job interview, a presentation, an audition, a test, you will nail it, even if you don't feel qualified. I feel like you have this special magic. Justice with Magician, very positive karmic return for Aries this week. So let's pull some advice. All right, you know what, Aries, this was actually my advice for the week as well when I did my own reading for weekly energies. Truth. Understanding is a three-edged sword. Your side, their side, and the truth. This, to me, has a lot to do with this eat better. So many of you, the place that we need to be nourished is in the mental body, like getting too caught up in your head, a lot of worry and concern, maybe even sleepless nights, really afraid to move forward and leave something behind. And with this being the advice, Aries, Spirit says, and look at 3 cards flew out at the beginning, and it says understanding is a three-edged sword. Understanding, okay? So keep that in perspective. It's a shift in consciousness for you guys, and it changes everything. It opens up your energy to prosperity and a lot of good karma that's owed to you. So keep that in perspective, Aries, that you see things from one perspective, anybody else involved sees things from another perspective, yet the Most High, sitting right next to spiritual guidance, the Most High sees the truth. And what you're being prompted to do this week, Aries, that is the truth that maybe you weren't able to see, but as you ease your mind, recharge yourself, nourish yourself, you will come into this same understanding, okay? So positive energy trying to come in for Aries this week. I am wishing you all a very beautiful and blessed week. Take care.